Hello friends, my name is Ian and welcome back to Writer's Talk, where once a month I take a topic in writing and just kind of talk about it. This week we're going to be talking about history and sort of its impact it's had on fiction. History has been around for a very long time, since we have been around for a very long time, and we kind of created history for humans. History has been a major part of creating fiction for a very long time, just about as long as history's been around. So with that being said, let's get started. While you may not be a fan of history, it's still a very easy thing to use to inspire your world. If you take a look at something like Percy Jackson, he took the history and the myths of these gods and put them into a story in the modern world, but it was inspired by the gods themselves and demigods and all that stuff from that point in history. It's used as inspiration. It's not used as... If you look at a lot of Western fantasies, they take a lot of inspiration from European history, like English history, French history, Napoleonic Wars, World War I, World War II. Of course, the later two are not specifically European history, but a lot of stories have taken place during these things, and even before that, when the king and queens and all of them existed in Europe. My current project is based loosely on European customs, kings, queens, stuff like that, but I mixed it around to make it my own thing. History's effect on fiction is very big. There's even an entire genre that takes history and makes it into a story, historical fiction. And then you have others that take history and change it, and now you have alternate history. You take the history and then you twist it to something else, such as if someone else won a war, or what would have happened if this didn't happen, and all that kind of stuff. It does not solely focus on fantasy, because as I said, these other two genres take history and use it extensively. So is history actually a good tool to use to find inspiration for your story? I'd say absolutely. You can take inspiration from a lot of things. However, since there's so much history, we have created so much history. There is just so much history that you can take any point of history, use that as inspiration for your next story. It could even be history that happened 10 years ago that you take inspiration from if you're writing stories that are set in the modern times. And you could even use the saying that goes something like, if we don't learn, we are doomed to repeat it. So if you take a part of history and change it in such a way, then it is quite possibly one of the best ways to find inspiration. And in fact, when I made the video on where to find inspiration, I used history as one of the points because it is just so full of things. So yeah, history is an excellent source of inspiration and knowing what things you do in your story. Now, this was a bit of a shorter video because I didn't really know what much to say about this. So, I'm sorry if you're a little disappointed in what happened with this, though these videos, Writing Talk, is me unscripted, just talking about things. And I maybe should have thought about what I was going to say, but the nature of the video says that some of these will be shorter. So I hope you enjoyed and found this somewhat informative. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, as I post videos like this every Sunday. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week. As always, never stop writing. Bye!